Woo-wee! We just got a notification that we got a bunch of Zollinger Racing products, some KMC wheels, some EFX tires at the garage. So we're gonna go install all this stuff on this entry-level RZR RS1 Build. Man, we can't wait to get this thing back to the race at the UTV World Championship. So keep following along with us. We're having such a good time with you guys. Let us know if you have any questions. Oh snap, special delivery. KMC and EFX are hooking it up for this Winning at Life RS1 build. Check these bad boys out. So I think these are called the KMC grenades. These things are super lightweight too. Super cool looking. And EFX Moto Hammer tires. These things look pretty cool. 30-inch. Come with a little cap. All the bolts. Even this box is cool. So thank you very much to Ryan at KMC and EFX. Appreciate it, boys. Supporting the cause. Check this stuff out. So thank you very much, Riley and Travis over at Zollinger Racing Products. Dude, hooking it up. So check out these tie rods. Those things are sweet. The radius rods, high clearance, all 70-75, billet aluminum. Rear knuckles with the bearing carriers locked in. This is a clutch cover. All the hardware for it. Heavy duty too. Thanks, boys. All laser etched. Made in the USA. Man, you guys think the unicorn's getting jealous? The RS1's getting all this love. She's still looking clean though. Stoked. Now we got everything all ready. Don't forget, you always gotta have your torque wrench for the bead locks. All right, time to mount these bad boys up. A little bit of soap and water. Goes in pretty easy. Flip this bad boy around. Man, check out those tires, dude. These things are badass. Okay, so now that all this is done, what I usually do next is I take our valve stem remover and I'll go in here and I'll just make sure, since we just put these brand new ones in, I'll just kind of loosen it up, make sure it's okay. Put it back in, make it nice and tight. We'll lift up the tire a little bit. Gotta say, these things look pretty badass, don't they? So this isn't seated at all. So we'll go ahead and spray some trusty soap and water in here. There we go. We'll put it on its side so it can see right to the pop. Woo! 22, that's good. So that was pretty fun. Now we're basically all done. Got it nice and seated on the inside here. On the outside it looks nice and even. You can see like what I was talking about. All this stuff is nice and even. All the bead lock bolts are all nice and torqued. So the only thing I really have left to do, well, is first of all just admire it. I love me some new wheels and tires. They always look so fresh. One down. This filming is taking forever, so I'm just going to turn off the camera right now. Shred, get these tires busted out. We'll see you guys when we're done. Sweet, last one is done. Piece de resistance. Oh yeah. Sweet. Moto hammers, KMC grenades, EFX, thank you. Man, we're getting busy on this RS1 today. One of the tasks was to make some number plates for the race. So we got some cardboard, just cut it out, kind of matched it up to the roll cage. I kind of thought this design looked pretty cool, so we're gonna leave it like that, and then go cut some aluminum. Sweet, so we got it all traced out on our aluminum. Big proponent of safety guy right here. So thanks to my buddy Brian Forster for hooking these bad boys up. These things are super cool. You can even put it Woohoo! Looks actually pretty good. The first cuts were decent. Lines up pretty good right here. I feel like that's gonna look good. Plus the UTV Worlds, they got a big ass numbers, so it'll be pretty cool. We're gonna clean it up now. I'm feeling it. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know about you guys, but I hate grinding. Alright, let's see how this bad boy looks on the driver's side. Well, RS1 doesn't really have a driver's side, but I'm feeling it. I think it matches the lines pretty good. I think we did a pretty good job. All you guys with the proper tools though, I'm jealous. Wish I had those cutting tools to be able to just straighten these bad boys out. But we're making it work. Entry-level RS1 build. Sweet. We're on to the next step. We're going to install these badass Zolander Racing tie rods. They're made for this long travel kit. So they're going to replace these stock ones that are, I don't know, pretty small. These stock ones have extenders on the end of them too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but so we're going to pop off the wheel and get going. Let's get these bad boys installed. So in case you guys haven't replaced tie rods before, they're pretty easy. These ones actually have a little wrench slot on each side. So Travis did a good job developing these, so you can put them on, well, whichever way, but this side goes into the steering rack up here. So you pop off this boot. There's usually a zip tie or some sort of clamp on the inside. Pop off the boot, which is what we're gonna do. And then these little extenders, we're just going to take off this bolt here, off of the spindle. And then once we have it off the spindle and off the steering rack, we can just put this bad boy on there. One thing I forgot to mention is we're gonna measure from the center of this to the edge of this, so that we can get the tie rod length and adjust it with these here. So that way we keep it the same. But we'll still have to do the alignment and adjust it, but at least we're keeping it somewhat the same, so we have a baseline on when we get it put together. All right, so quick pro tip. When you get this bolt loose, don't take it all the way off. Sometimes this takes a little bit of pressure to get out, so leave the bolt on, and you can just hit it. Come right out. That way you don't damage the threads or anything like that. Good to go. And we can save this one for later. Use it just in case we break one down at the races. Man, one thing I just noticed, I've never seen a company put so much effort into their hardware, but they got all these Torx bits, obviously you know, hardened metal. But look at this channel that they have in this bolt here. Well, they have a lock nut on here. These things go into the steering rack. And a lot of times these bolts come loose, so we would usually red Loctite it. But now, I hate red Loctite, so now I get to use some blue Loctite on this, and then I got the lock screw right there. Man, that's gonna be awesome. You can see the reason why we clock this at north and south is because with the suspension system, the end of the tie rod needs to be able to move up and down. So now we'll attach to the spindle, put the boot on, we're good to go. We got it all done, well, except for the alignment. We got the boot back on, got the lock nuts, nice shiny new tie rod. We got it all adjusted. This is roughly 24 inches from the center of this to the end of the clevis inside there. Man, these RPI fasteners are so cool, man. All these hardened steel pieces and aluminum. It's just really cool. I can't believe these guys put that much effort into it. It's awesome to see the UTV industry coming up so good. So we're gonna do the other side, and we'll be done with this part, and then we'll do the alignment. Check out the difference in these things. Good job, Travis. You're doing a good job, man. Dude, check it out. What I just noticed. This color of the hardware matches the shocks. Woo-wee! Couldn't have planned that better. Thanks, boys. Took us a little while. We got everything Loctited, but man, it turned out really, really good. So the tie rods are all in there. The boots are all attached. These look sweet. So thank you very much, Travis and Riley over at Zolinger. You guys did an awesome job making these things, and we're stoked to be running them. All right, last project for the day. I think we can get this done before it gets dark. We'll see. We're gonna install these bad rear carriers. These things are so sweet, man. So they're gonna replace these stock ones. And they got the bearing secured like we said in part 2 of the video with Justin, man. So this is gonna be awesome to be able to install these bad boys. Here's the piece that we're replacing. Here's this carrier and there's the stock carrier. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a clip in here, right there by my finger. And that clip, a lot of times pops out. This locks everything together. And you can see how much beefier it is, the billet compared to the cast. It's pretty badass. So check out the difference in these things. You can see the inner part where the bearing is pressed in on both of them. Another pro tip, these bolts, they always get oxidized right here on any car. So you can take a little bit of waterproof grease, barely any, like very, very little, and just rub it on the outside of this, on the shaft there. Makes it way better so they don't get oxidized, they come right out of your parts. Pro tip, artsy. You always got to mark your bolts. Make sure that they, and the nuts too, make sure that they don't get loose or you keeping track of where they are. So we're going to mark these, and we're going to mark these. So that we know exactly where they are. Sweet. She's looking good. Last pro tip. Well, mostly because I feel dumb saying pro tip. Always use a brand new cotter pin. I feel like a girl that just got a new piece of jewelry, man. These things are badass. Check those things out, man. Woo! The flag in there for the United States. Dude. I'll tell you what, putting all these tires together really puts my life in perspective. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, go look at my Instagram, my personal one, and see what I went through the last year, man. And almost losing my life to the UTV World Championship, but I won't get more you guys in the stop story because I'm stoked, really stoked. It's like 110 here in Arizona. I've been outside for, I don't know, 4 or 6 hours or something, and man, it is awesome to see that my body can push through all this stuff, and it just puts it in perspective because I'm so lucky to be here, and I'm so lucky to have all the support from you guys and from everybody that's joining this RS1 Winning at Life build. It's super, super cool, so I can't wait. So keep following along, and our goal, we'll see you at the UTV World Championship. Woohoo!